earlier this week, we looked at the challenges for the oil patch and the tourism industry. Tonight, how the pandemic could change how and where we eat. So Canada's beef processors are still struggling with outbreaks of COVID. Some plants have been forced to slow down or shut down completely, and that has led to questions about the country's beef supply chain. And as Aaron Collins explains, whether it needs to change.
This is the pointy end of the beef business. About 200 head of cattle a week are turned into burgers and steaks here, a tiny fraction of the nearly 50,000 animals a week Alberta's two big processors handle. That's a badge of honor for the rancher that runs this small facility.
I like to always say is don't know where your beef comes from, but know who it comes from.
Well, that's not possible at those big beef plants that process about 3/4 of Canada's beef. Those facilities slowed due to a COVID-19 outbreak among workers, a big problem for Canada's centralized beef supply chain.
When we're so reliant on two big packers to do what they do, there literally is not an option to fill that void.
The long-term answer for some, more small-scale plants to pick up the slack. But not everyone agrees. About 4,000 head of cattle wait in pens at this feedlot. Many are destined for Cargill's nearby meatpacking plant. But the massive COVID-19 outbreak slowed processing there and stranded hundreds of animals here. Still, the owner of this feedlot says Canada needs major processors to fill export quotas and keep costs down.
There's not a lot of profit there. It's a very small, low-margin business. We can't afford any more costs. And I don't think you want to pay more for a steak.
So far, beef prices haven't jumped significantly, but experts say COVID-19 means change is coming to the industry.
In addition to looking at diversifying the processing portfolio, one of the drives will be to automation, which will reduce the density of people in these plants.
Ranchers say the pandemic also has more people talking about where their food comes from, a good thing for all those who take it from pasture to plate. Aaron Collins, CBC News, Picture Butte, Alberta.